guys, it's time for my season prediction slash preview. I know I said I wasn't going to do it till after the end of the transfer window, but really I don't think there's going to be much action from Oxford by this point, from what I've heard, seen through the rumours. So I'm pretty happy to go for it now. So let's get into it. So as a recording, Oxford currently sit 10th in the league with 7 points off the first 4 games of the season, as they're coming off the first defeat of the season against Bolton at the weekend, which I actually managed to get to, obviously being Blackpool not too far away down the road, so took a trip over on Saturday to watch the match. So in terms of where I see Oxford United coming this season, to be perfectly honest, I think 10th sounds about right. I think we're going to be there or thereabouts. I know obviously it's been a great start compared to the last couple of years. I think by this time last year it took us 9 games to get to 9 points. We're on 6 points after 8 games. So obviously we're doing much better than that. But I think we've been quite lucky. We're quite lucky with the Charlton score, possibly a game with the Cambridge goal and the game. So obviously you take points where you can. But I think we are quite lucky to be where we are. Now, in terms of recruitment over the summer, I think Oxford actually done a pretty good job. There's a couple of places where I was hoping they may try and fill, but they haven't. But in terms of players they brought in, obviously Gavin White, Nathan Holland, Marcus McGuane, however you want to pronounce it. Who else have we brought in? Steve Seddon, Jordan Thornley. Obviously, the players they brought in have been great, and I do feel they've added to our squad. Certainly with Seddon, not saying he was better than Ruffles, but in terms of what we had next, obviously was nothing. So we really needed that. But in terms of, I feel we're still missing 1 or 2 pieces. Really, another fullback. We've just seen it at the moment. We've not actually got enough fullbacks for the games at the moment. For I think out of the 4 games in the league, only one of them we started with recognised fullbacks for both of them. Obviously, Sam Long's still out with the long-term injury. Steve Seddon had to miss a couple due to coronavirus, I believe. So we've had a couple of the youth guys play in the cup games. We had Ryan Williams play one of them. I know Andy Ford covered there last season, but he isn't really a fullback. He is a central midfielder, though I do feel Robertson would have probably put that in his thoughts when offering him a new contract this year. But I do definitely feel another fullback would have been needed. The problem is with Seddon, bringing him in, he's good. He has the potential to be great, but we now have to make the decision if we were to bring somebody in. Do we want somebody good enough to be competing with him, or look at bringing somebody as a backup? But at this stage, would they want to come in as a backup to somebody who's just signed anyway? Don't really see that happening, and there's been no rumours or anything like that. Maybe a loanee, I think, hopefully, because I believe the loan window shuts a little bit later than the transfer window, so maybe we might get a loanee in, somebody who can cover possibly both flanks, because it's something we need covering quite drastically, really. And the other position I feel we needed to recruit in, which may ruffle a few feathers, is a striker. I think we needed to get a proper out-and-out striker, somebody who was going to challenge, because at the moment I know Matty Taylor's been great for the club, what he's done for the club, but he's just not consistent enough. And he goes on spells, he'll get 2-3 goals in 2 or 3 games, and then go 5-6 games without a goal. He's not really that quick anymore, so he's not great for the balls through the middle. I know people might say, well, look at the goal at Bolton. Well, actually, he had no players around him for about 20 yards because the guy marking him went over to cover whoever it was got the assist. So, really, after that, they were starting to catch him anyway. And then there were 2 or 3 times where he quite easily just got shoved off the ball by one of the defenders. Doesn't have the strength to even try and attempt to sort of delay the game a bit. And at the moment, it's kind of just being a nuisance for being a nuisance, but not really getting too much of an outlet off him. And the problem is, I think with Sam Winnall, first of all, he didn't look in shape to me. Obviously, that can change, but didn't look in shape. And, well, I think he's just same again as Matt Taylor. He's very streaky. He's not scored many goals. I know he's not had much game time, but he's not got the pace, but he doesn't look like he's got the strength either. So that's why I think we really need to go out and get a proper out-and-out striker, You know, you look at teams like last season who got promoted, like Blackpool, they had Jerry Yates scoring 20, 30 goals for them. He was a threat over the top, but you muscle you off, big, strong. Even look like Sims as well for them, who they got in on loan. Possibly somebody who's still available in the loan market, and yet if we've not gone in for him, I think we just needed another cover. And I think if we're going to bring in 2 loan signings, but I think with the loan rules you're only allowed a certain amount in your squad at one time, but with White, Holland, Thornley, that's 3. That's probably as many as you can get. So we really need to bring somebody in themselves. So I do feel we are going to struggle this season, because we had so many chances at the weekend. We could have scored 5, 6. We were just missing somebody in the box who was actually going to muscle off a defender or 2 and get away a great shot. And Matt Taylor was not up to it. So yeah, that's my thoughts of why we may get down now. I think, like I said, the recruitment's been great. Thornley, I think it was actually such a great signing. From all my friends who are Blackpool fans, they rate him really highly. Thought they might push out for one of the sort of starting centre back spots, as they're one of their main ones from last season was a loanee who's not come back from Arsenal. So I thought maybe they might try and keep him. So the fact they've been willing to let him go was quite weird, but great for us because I think he has he's already had the experience, and he looked like on Saturday that he could be a great centre back for us. The problem is, unlike the last couple of years with Atkinson and Dickey, we won't be able to sell him at the end of it to make some money. And I look at the squad at the moment, and unless sort of Stevens kicks on this year, maybe Sanglong, I don't see there being a marquee player that's going to be sold. Maybe Brannigan. Obviously, he's linked every year with clubs like Celtic and that, but I think he would have to have a big season to actually go anywhere this year. This year I don't see us in the playoffs, sadly. I think we've kind of had a couple of years of peaks, and this is going to be a year just to sort of settle. We lost a lot of key players last season, get them into the squad, get them integrated, and then next year kick on again to try and get back into promotion spots. So that's why I've got them as 10th, and I do feel like if they get a good run in, they could get higher. I don't feel like we need to be worried at all or anything like that. So that's the key one. Just a word on the kits. I like to have a look at the kits. It's always what we do. So home kit wise, I'm not going to lie, when they brought it out, thought it looked absolutely rubbish. But now I've seen it on the players, it's actually started to grow on me. It's quite bad, but I like it. It works fine. It's what it is. But then obviously they brought out the away kit, third kit. We knew from when they announced that. Before they announced what the kits were, let me just switch it and see it. They announced that they obviously for the first game of the season we were going to be wearing our third kit. Kind of made sense then, as we were playing Burton, playing yellow and black. Was it Burton or Cambridge? Whichever one it was. Because we played them in the cup. So Cambridge it must have been. Obviously yellow and black. So the fact that we were going to wear the home or away made sense. It was probably going to be a black home kit. I do absolutely love it though. So I've got it on order. Should be hopefully arriving any time now. And I do love the third kit as well. Just actual designs to them, nothing bland, nothing looks like it's just been copy and pasted, which is great because I think for the last couple of years that's what we've been getting. So it's been nice to actually see a kit where it looks like somebody's put some time into it. But yeah, that's my sort of season preview for this year. Hopefully, like I said, I'll be cheering them on. Hopefully we can get higher, but I do expect a 10th place finish this year. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think we might get higher? Do you think I'm being too optimistic? Where do you think we need to strengthen still? Or do you think we're quite lucky and did quite well in the transfer market? Let me know in the comments. Please do like this video, it helps get it out everywhere, helps promote my channel. And if you can do, please subscribe if you want to see more of these and more sort of previews and reviews of the matches throughout the season. But cheers, thank you very much.